Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to another video by AntiquesArena. My name is Walter O'Neill and I'm a UK reseller. I buy and sell antiques, collectibles and anything I like to flip for a profit. Today I'm going to share with you some of my car boot sale finds, and I've had some really nice pieces again, one or two surprises and pretty much one of my worst buys ever. I made a mistake today. Anyway, shall we get started? In saying that, with the mistake, I've had some good stuff. So let's start off with, I've had another grog. Little Welsh pottery sheep. Will miss Imari. So this one was a special commission piece, no doubt someone who was leaving work or something. However, it will still have a following, just not as severe as the last sheep I purchased and filmed. This one also is not as old. It's from the World of Grogs, John Hughes. They're not always signed, but this one is the more like a molded resin rather than the early pottery. So grog cost me a whole £1. It should still be somewhere around £20-25 sterling. So $1.50, and should still retail $45-50. So it's still a really good return. But selling for about half the price of the last one. So not all the grog sheep are worth money, be careful. But for £1, I'm never going to leave them there. So that was a nice little find. This beautiful thing I actually missed at the car boot sale. Dealer purchased this and a pair of horns and a mounted on. I didn't want them. This one, however, I did want, but he charged me a whole £50. So you're talking sort of $75-80 I've paid for this horn. Now this, I believe, is a Scottish drinking horn. So, and if I look on the inside there, you can see the maker's stamp. It is pewter, not silver. However, I've done some research before I bought it, because the gentleman was stalled opposite me in Splott. I was here, he was there. I saw him in the back of his car looking at all these pieces, and I saw it and I went, ooh. And I done some quick research and I went, oh, I'll go across and see what he wants for it. And he sold it to me for £50. He paid £60 for 2 or 3 pieces. So he's done well. His other pieces now only owe him a tenner, and I've paid £50 for this. However, they are by a company called Edwin Blyde, traditional Scottish drinking cup horn of plenty. And as you can see there, the price they're asking is £271 sterling. And you know what? That's not the only one. Here's another. Same thing, in pewter, $325. There's another here. Where is that? There you go. $350 for that one. So, a horn by a very reputable name, Edwin and Blyde, in beautiful condition, fully stamped up with a maker's mark, very, very ornate and decorative. Probably a ceremonial cup to hand round and have a drink. Owes me £50. It's going to be going out $250. So that was a good little find. I'm really pleased he didn't do the research at the car. He was admiring them rather than researching them. We found it. So I'm really, really pleased with that. And that was bought off another dealer who beat me to it in the morning. So what can I say? On the stall to my left, another stall, was a set of this. Look at that beautiful, beautiful blue. Now this is hand blown. There's the ground out pontle. So when they snap off the rod, they grind it out and then they polish it smooth. So there's your pontle mark telling you it's been handmade. You have this beautiful, beautiful, deep, rich Bristol blue. It's a nice, obviously, maybe a lemonade jug or something like that. But what's even nicer about it is it comes with 6 handmade, again, Bristol blue glass tumblers. And I got a set of 6 of these, all in lovely condition. 6 tumblers and the jug cost me a fiver. That's not £1 a piece. So $7.50 for 7 pieces of Bristol blue glass that someone has taken the time and skill to learn to hand make them. So I'm really pleased with them. That's going to look, once I wash them and everything, just for you to see, there are 6 tumblers. Once they're all washed and clean, because at the moment they're literally stinking dirty, as I've just, I don't know if you can see it or not. They are absolutely minging. You probably can't see it in the light, but they're stinking dirty. Once these are washed, the colour's going to just pop off. You know, that's set for a fiver, $7.50. It's going to be £45, £50 of anyone's money. So you're talking $75 back. That's 10 to 1. Nothing wrong with that at all. Most of what I've got today, to be honest with you, I bought off other traders, including this piece. A beautiful piece of 1920s cut crystal and sterling silver. So we have a really nice, quite a heavy weighted cut crystal vase with a sterling silver rim, fully hallmarked, English hallmarks. And you have the anchor for the Assay Office of Birmingham. You have the lion for the sterling silver patent. And then you have the date letter A for 1925. Then on the other side, you have the D and H, which are the maker's marks. And if I come across to here, there's the D and H for the maker, 1924 to 1936. Deacon and Harris, William Redfern Deacon and Walter Andrew Harrison. That's the maker. And just for the date, there you go. Highlighted it there. You got the anchor for Birmingham, the lion for the silver, the A for the date letter, giving you 1925. It is that simple. Now, this beautiful bit of crystal cost me a tenner. And I'm telling you, that is heavy. It's a kilo by ear, probably, of cut crystal. That was a tenner. Again, it should be sort of 50 quid, 40, 50 quid. No problem at all for a nice quality piece like that in really good condition. I'm going to show you my mistake, and then I'll carry on showing you some of my beautiful buys. I don't know if you'd call it a mistake, but I certainly bought a bad buy. Now, this is what I've purchased, and to all intents and purposes, it's American folk art, if you like. It's on a counterweight, and the cowboy literally rides the horse. So, just on a counterweight there, and you see him riding the horse. And he'll go on the table. He goes on this plinth that I've got. Now, I've actually paid £55 for this off a trader who said to me it's got some good age. And when you look at it, it really does look as if it's got some good age. And it is really cute. I haven't had one before. Look at the bits of rust and that on the paint. So, yeah. So then I got back to the car and I done some research. And you can buy them all over the internet for £60, £70. So all I'm going to achieve on that is my money back. I've paid the asking price. That is the worst I've ever done buying at a car boot sale. I took a liking to it. And in all honesty, I let my heart rule my head. The base looked new. When I saw it, I questioned it with gentleman, the dealer. I said, I'm not being funny. I know the top and that's got weight, but I said, looking at that base, it's not that old. It doesn't look to me like it's American folk art with a bit of age. And he assured me, he said, no, it's got age. I don't go back to the dealers. If I make a mistake, I make a mistake. If I make money, I make money. That's on my head. But next time, anything he says, I'll take it with a pinch of salt. Because I now know we'll say whatever it takes to get the sale. So it's literally his reputation gone now, whereas if he had something I didn't know before, I would have took his word on it. Now I won't. I'll research it. But I've paid £55. So I've paid $80, $90 for this. And I'm going to struggle, but I'll probably get my money back. He's cool though, isn't he? Let's be honest. I do like him. Even now, looking at him, thinking I've made a hell of a mistake. I've put out all that money and I'm going to be lucky to get my money back. But I still think he's cool. Ride him, cowboy. Yeah. I grew up watching the likes of John Wayne and Clint Eastwood and things. So for me, it was a bit of fun. But it was an expensive lesson. Overall on the day, I'll be absolutely fine, but it's an expensive lesson. However, off the same dealer, I'm not going to pull them all out, but I got a set of 10. Same dealer, same day. Set of 10 of the finest English crystal port glasses you could hope to have. They have a beautiful facet cut stem. Look at that beautiful facet cut stem. Now, these are not 18th century. That stem you'd see on 18th century glass, just different type of facet. These are 20th century, early 20th century, sort of a cathedral cut, but serious quality. No signatures. I do think they're early 20th century, to be honest though. Absolutely spectacular sound, beautiful, absolutely amazing quality. And a set of 10, I'm probably going to be asking £100 for these 10. I think they were £10 a stem all day long, and I got 10. I paid £15, so I'm going to make my money back and profit for the 2 pieces on the glasses, which kind of helps for the cowboy. Do you know he's going to look good on the website though, even though he am going to age? I'm not going to try and sell him as an old one, but he is cool. But these, honestly, they are just exquisite. And as I say, set of 10. They are fine crystal, and this sort of cathedral pattern to them. They're spectacular. The facet stems, they're going to be a tenner a glass all day long, and I got 10 of them. So that £15 there is going to redeem the cowboy. I know a lot of you out there are going to say, I love the cowboy. So did I on the day. And I still love him now, but he's not worth the money. He's worth what I've paid for it, if I'm lucky. Okay, next piece we have a bit of mid-century hand-painted Italian. Now, you saw me recently, I had a dish, little turned-up dish, like a handkerchief-type dish in this. Beautiful hand-painted poppies, signed by the artist there, fully stamped up. Now, I paid a tenner for this tray. A tray of this size, you know, is probably about £40, £35, £40, no problem whatsoever. So real good profit on that. And it is Nuova, Nuova, Ceramica. My pronunciation, you're just going to have to bear with me. I'm self-taught pretty much everything, including reading and writing, so I do struggle sometimes. But I tell you what, I left school with nothing. In fact, I left school at 15 to go to work. I didn't finish school, didn't sit exams. And if I can leave school barely able to read, not because I'm dyslexic, but I wasn't the best of when I was younger. I was quite naughty. So if I can leave school with no qualifications and turn my life around and make something, then, you know, there's hope for anything. It don't matter if you're dyslexic, if you can read, whatever. Honestly, where some people can, well, I'll give you an example. My fiance purchased a book this week, and she's already halfway through it, some like 200 pages in to the book in like 4 nights. That 200 pages would take me a month to read. That's the difference. But I still get through one. And if I can do it, honestly, anyone can do it, because I'm not exactly, you know, the brightest bulb in the pack. Let's put it that way. So there's a little bit of inspiration for you. Don't think for 1 second you can't do this. If I can do it, anyone can do it. It's just time, patience, and teaching yourself an eye. Once you got an eye, you buy the stuff and you research it when you got it. That's my next piece. We have a Japanese signed Imari Fish dish. Now, the only condition issue with this is this here, and that is a fire inflow. It's not a crack. That has been done in the making. That little flaw there opened up during the firing. I've looked at it under an eyeglass. It's not a crack. It is a fire inflow. Beautiful Imari hand-painted fish dish. Signed on the back. A lot of people struggle with the Japanese and the Chinese, differentiating them. One way is the circles on the outside. Chinese don't tend to do those. I'm not saying they haven't, but they don't tend to. But anyway, same dealer as the horn. He's a regular seller of Ross on Wye and up that way, up England way, Malvern and things like that. And he come down to Splott to give her a go. And I purchased this off him. I give him a tenner for this piece. And believe me, I use the fire and flow as a way of knocking him down as well. I don't knock the public down as a rule, but I will not trade down if I can. Now, the dearest Imari Fish is an extra large one, but they're at £1,000. A lot of money. However, when you come down, they come down to sensible figures. There's a couple there, 250s, 200s, 183. You know, Japanese fish, much like the Quimper. If you get certain shapes, they still sell. There's another one there, £100. Very similar to what I got, to be honest with you, there. Another one there, 44. Now, if we go to the soles, 144 is the dearest. Come down here, there's a very similar one to what I have, £108 sold. And they come all the way down to the 50s. You know, 50, 55, 57, and that's about it. So, personally, the fire and flow will affect it, but probably by about 10%, because it isn't damage that's been occurred. It is done in the making. It is a real nice thing. I do like the dish. It's signed, which helps it, which will help it sell. And if I price it fairly at around £75, I'm not at the bottom 50 quids, but I'm not asking the 200 and 300s. 75 quid, I paid a tenner. You know, I paid $15. It's going to return about $100, $120. There's nothing wrong with that at all. For a nice Japanese Imari fish dish. Yeah, I'd had the Imari plates there, but believe it or not, the Imari plates, as a rule, are like 10 and 15 pound plates. It was only because it's shaped as a fish. I thought, I'm going to search that up because it looks different. I hadn't seen an Imari fish before. So I Googled it on the day, found the prices, thought, go and do a deal. He wasn't even at the stall. He was off buying the horn that I bought. And I was at the stall waiting for him to come back, Googling the fish and that. And then I wouldn't put it down because I saw the prices. I mean, there was a lot of people around. So I stood there for 15 minutes at his stall, waiting for him to come back from buying. Then done the deal with him on the fish. When I'm over there wrapping the fish up, saw him playing with the horn, and then went and bought the horn. So, yeah. All I will say is, you know, it was a good little investment. I have got a miner's lamp. I come in for a tenner. However, I can't tell you a lot about it yet until I clean it up. It is rusty as hell, minging, rusty. I'm going to give this a clean up and probably make a film cleaning it up and, you know, wire brush it down, soft wire brush, clean up the brass. I don't, as a rule, clean up anything, but this is too far gone. It's literally, as you're touching it, the rust is falling off. It's just too far gone. So that'll come for another video another day. And I also purchased for £80 off Ian, another dealer on the spot, that lot, which again will come for another video another day. That was a little £80 haul, but there. Fortunately, there's not many breakables in there. It's all jewelry and watches and things like that, but it is now all over my floor. What can I say? Right, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Oh, no, one more. This one. Last one. We have a beautiful Medina signed. If I can capture the signature. No, I can't. It is a signed Medina, in script Medina. Probably Michael Harris bottle and stopper or decanter. I'm not sure if the yellow is uranium. It's a beautiful thing. And I'll come in for a tenner. You can come in, love. There you go. Just a quick search and I found him straight away. Vintage Medina art glass bottle decanter with stopper signed, £45. So that's where he's going to be, £45. And he was a tenner. Again, bought off trade in lovely condition. So a couple of really nice things to up on the website. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you've enjoyed. And I'm going to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye for now.